You are exactly one blown transmission away from bankruptcy. Every single day, innocent people empty their entire savings accounts to buy $10,000 used sedans only to watch the engine violently tear itself apart just 3 months later. The modern used car market is a financial slaughterhouse. It is a minefield of fragile microscopic turbochargers and paper-thin CVT transmission belts that are mathematically engineered to snap the second your factory warranty expires. You are paying a massive premium for a plastic car with a badge that no longer represents quality. But if you have just $3,000 in cash, you can completely bypass the carnage. I am not going to insult your intelligence by telling you to buy a Toyota Camry or a Honda Civic. Everybody knows about those cars, which means their prices are heavily inflated by the popularity tax. Dealerships are charging $8,000 for beat-up Civics with 200,000 miles on them. It is absolute robbery. I have dug deep into international fleet records, verified the raw engine block schematics, and isolated 4 completely ignored ultra-heavy-duty sedans. I am talking about literal road tanks with cast-iron components that mechanics secretly buy for their own daily commutes. They are shielded from inflation, their replacement parts are available globally, and they simply refuse to die. Let's get to work. Number 1. The over-engineered flagship Vault, the 1996 to 2004 Acura RL. If you were watching this from the UK or Australia, you know this exact vehicle as the legendary Honda Legend. This car is an absolute masterclass in 1990s Japanese engineering, built during a golden era when automakers cared more about mechanical durability than corporate profit margins. When Honda designed this flagship executive sedan, they refused to cut a single corner. They equipped it with the 3.5-liter C35A V6. This is not a standard passenger car motor. It features a forged steel crankshaft and heavily reinforced connecting rods. But the true engineering anomaly here is how it sits inside the engine bay. Unlike 99% of front-wheel drive sedans that mount the engine sideways or transversely, Honda mounted this massive V6 longitudinally. That means it sits front to back, just like a rear-wheel drive sports car. They did this specifically to achieve perfect weight distribution and completely eliminate torque steer. The engineering costs to do this were astronomical, but the result is a perfectly balanced vehicle. The build quality is completely unparalleled. The doors close with the heavy, solid thud of a bank vault. The transmission is a pure, unyielding hydraulic 4-speed automatic with 0 complex, fragile computer modules to glitch out. Honda even included internal balance shafts to ensure the engine runs so smoothly you can't even feel it idling at a red light. Because the Acura RL looks like a generic, boring sedan from the late 90s, the modern consumer walks right past it. There is 0 demand, which drives the price into the absolute basement. You can effortlessly locate a pristine, garage-kept Acura RL with a flawless leather interior for exactly $3,000. You are paying absolute pennies for a vehicle that was designed to cross 400,000 miles in total silence. Number 2, the Golden Era Survivor, the 2000 to 2003 Nissan Maxima. If you are outside of North America, you will find this badged as the Nissan Maxima QX. Now, I know exactly what your brain is screaming right now. A cheap Nissan? Are you out of your mind? Nissan transmissions explode if you look at them wrong. I completely agree with you. Modern Nissans are absolute garbage because of the infamous Jatco CVT transmission. But you must use the automotive timeline to your ultimate advantage. The 2000 to 2003 Maxima was built before Nissan infected their sedans with the CVT. This specific generation, known as the A33, uses a traditional heavy-duty 4-speed automatic or a phenomenal 5-speed manual gearbox. There are no rubber bands to snap here. But the true prize is what lives under the hood. You want to search specifically for the 2000 and 2001 models equipped with the 3.0-liter VQ30DE V6. In the mechanical engineering world, the VQ engine platform is an undisputed champion. It made Ward's 10 best engines list for an unprecedented 14 years in a row. Nissan built this specific engine with microfinish camshafts and molybdenum-coated pistons to drastically reduce internal friction and heat. It utilizes a massive, maintenance-free timing chain, completely eliminating the need for expensive timing belt replacements. It is a wildly overbuilt 222-horsepower iron horse that accelerates aggressively and refuses to brake. Today, the Nissan badge is toxic. The market punishes all Nissans equally because of the modern CVT disasters. You can use that mainstream ignorance to secure a massive tactical advantage. You can buy a top-tier V6-powered pre-CVT Nissan Maxima for under $3,000. It will easily outlast a modern car that costs 10 times as much. Listen to me right now. Buying a $3,000 road tank is a brilliant financial strategy, but you are swimming in shark-infested waters. Right now, scammers and illegal car flippers are physically manipulating the dashboard clusters on cheap sedans. They are pulling the instrument panel apart and removing the physical LED bulb for the check engine light. You start the car, the dashboard looks perfectly clean, and you take it for a test drive completely blind to the catastrophic transmission failure codes secretly hidden in the computer. Do not hand over a single dollar to a seller without performing the 60-second instrument cluster self-test. I put the exact button combinations and diagnostic protocols to expose these scammers on page 17 of my anti-scam vehicle blueprint. Scan the QR code on your screen right now or click the link at the very top of the description to secure your copy immediately. A blown transmission costs $4,000. This guide costs $47. Do not go to your next test drive without this loaded on your phone.
Let's get back to the list. Number 3, the executive sleeper, the 2006 to 2011 Hyundai Azera. In the UK and Australia, you will search for this under the name Hyundai Grandeur. If you know anything about modern Hyundai engines, you know they are notorious for catastrophic rod knock and spontaneous engine fires. The modern Theta 2 4-cylinder engines are a complete unmitigated disaster, but the Azera does not have that engine. The Azera was Hyundai's flagship luxury sedan, designed to compete with the Lexus ES, and they equipped it with the massive 3.8-liter Lambda V6. This is the ultimate mechanical cheat code. You want to buy this specific generation because the 3.8-liter Lambda uses multi-port injection, or MPI. It does not use gasoline direct injection, or GDI. Direct injection is what plagues modern engines with heavy, thick carbon buildup that suffocates the intake valves and destroys fuel economy. With the MPI system in the Azera, gasoline continuously washes over the intake valves, keeping the engine running flawlessly and cleanly for hundreds of thousands of miles. Furthermore, the engine block is cast aluminum to save weight, but Hyundai utilize high-strength cast iron cylinder liners to ensure maximum internal longevity. It utilizes a durable timing chain and is paired with a heavy-duty 5-speed automatic. Because it carries a Hyundai badge, the luxury car market completely rejected it. It suffered from the most aggressive depreciation curve imaginable. Today, you can find a fully loaded Azera with a power rear sunshade, acoustic laminated glass, heated leather seats, and a 263 horsepower V6 for around $3,000. It is an incredibly comfortable, totally invisible highway cruiser that hides a highly proven powertrain. And finally, number 4, the dead brand Phantom, the 1997 to 2004 Mitsubishi Diamante. If you live in Australia, this car is a local hero known as the Mitsubishi Magna or the Verada. In the UK, it was sold as the Mitsubishi Sigma. In North America, the Diamante has been completely erased from the public memory. Mitsubishi simply could not compete with the marketing budget of the Toyota Camry, so this car faded into total obscurity. But their marketing failure is your ultimate financial victory. The Diamante is powered by the 3.5-liter 6G74 V6. This is a massive, heavy, cast iron engine block. It is a non-turbocharged, heavily robust piece of machinery. Mitsubishi did not experiment with fragile CVTs during this era. They used the F4AA conventional planetary automatic transmission, which is incredibly tough and shifts with
absolute authority. Now, you might be asking yourself, if nobody bought this car, won't it be impossible to find replacement parts? That is the absolute genius of this vehicle. You are not buying parts for a rare discontinued sedan. You see, Mitsubishi used this exact same 3.5-liter 6G74 engine globally in their heavy-duty off-road SUVs, specifically the Mitsubishi Montero, the Pajero, the Triton, and the Shogun. That means every single water pump, alternator, spark plug, and timing component is globally abundant and ridiculously cheap at any auto parts store on the planet. You are getting the beating cast iron heart of a heavy-duty off-road SUV stuffed into a boring commuter sedan. Because nobody is typing the word Diamante into the search bar, the algorithm hides these cars, keeping the prices buried at the bottom of the market. You can easily negotiate a clean, low-mileage Mitsubishi Diamante down to $2,500 or $3,000. It is the ultimate disposable-priced vehicle with permanent reliability. You are being lied to by the automotive industry. They want you to believe that the only way to get a reliable car that won't leave you stranded is to walk into a dealership, sign a massive stack of paperwork, and agree to a $700 monthly payment for the next 6 years. It is a complete fabrication designed to drain your wealth. The Acura RL, the VQ30 Nissan Maxima, the MPI Hyundai Azera, and the Mitsubishi Diamante are undeniable proof that heavy-duty, ironclad engineering already exists on the used market for the price of a single modern repair bill. If you ignore the mainstream choices, bypass the popularity tax, and focus strictly on the raw engine block codes, you can secure a vehicle that will outlast the plastic crossovers being sold today.